So, psychosis. It's a mental disorder that disconnects you from the reality that you're actually living in. It's kind of similar to schizophrenia. I think the difference between psychosis and schizophrenia is just the connectivity in your brain, the responses, and sometimes the symptoms are similar. But I think psychosis isn't as intense as schizophrenia. I think schizophrenia is a little bit more intense. If you do a little bit more independent research, you can kind of be like, yeah, they seem the same, but they're not. One is kind of like right here on the spectrum, the other one's like over here, if that makes sense. And schizophrenia is just one schizo disorder. There's different kinds of schizophrenia. There's only one kind of like psychosis. I mean, there's drug-induced psychosis. There's like alcohol-induced psychosis. There's inherited generalizations like from family history, from trauma, psychosis. It depends on the situation. So in Britney's case, when you hear articles and see articles that are like, oh, we weren't allowed to talk to her, we weren't allowed to see her, da, 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 there could be a reason for that. When you are dealing with psychosis, when you talk to someone who is in that moment, their mind can actually like wander off into a different direction. And when you interact with someone from a certain time, they can also wander off into a different direction. They can go back, they can go left, right. And what I mean when they go back, I mean like if something happened in like say 2003 with an individual, and then they met that person today from 2003 and have like certain conversations or something like that, that can actually put them back or put them behind and kind of disconnect them from the reality that they're in right now. I struggle with that myself too sometimes. However, I'm not diagnosed with it yet. I take medication for it, but I don't have an official diagnosis. And I think that's the issue in Britney's case, is that no one knew what was going on with her. And now that they do know, or at least have an idea of what's going on with her, they're actually trying to reconstruct it. But I don't think anyone is really actually helping her. And what I mean by that is like, they are helping her, but they're not giving her the help that she needs at this moment. She's trying to get that help, and I think she is in a better situation than she was, say, 5 years ago. But, it's just so odd to see, like, fans send her family shit and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, all of us don't know what's going on. I don't know why people think that they have an idea of what's going on because they look at court documents, text messages. That's just the surface. That's just the scraping of the bowl of what was already served to other people. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to tell you what's going on, but I'm here to tell you, like, yes, she probably is suffering from psychosis, and yes, those things probably happened because she had it before. And she's barely talking about it now because maybe she didn't want you guys to know, because maybe she actually was managing it really, really well until now, and now she has to be in a different cycle with this and in a different position and a different treatment and a different, everything probably has to be new for her now, just so that way she can be here today instead of back then. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a thing. It's something that people go through. She's gonna be fine, as long as she takes her medicine, or if she is taking or anything like that, as long as she's keeping herself busy, she's gonna be fine. So